Hi, welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny
and JD.
Here with a Patreon request from Christy Sue Who.
Christy Sue Who. I like that name. Hello.
Christy Sue, who is a Taemin fan.
Okay.
She's requested more Taemin.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, we are.
Very good, very good.
So she's requested Move.
Good. Nice choice. They're all on the list, of course, anyway, but with the Patreon request, it just jumps straight to the top, which is cool. Yeah, Move is a really cool song. I find a lot of Taemin's songs actually really... How can I say this? It's weird to say because, in a way, with all songs, you can't imagine what it's going to be. Anyone could create or compose any melody, but I do find that with a lot of Taemin songs, his melodies are quite unexpected, and I'm like, oh, this is really interesting. Yeah. So I don't know, I just
very creative.
If that makes sense. I really love like Black Rose. Don't brag about all the songs you've got that I don't have access to. Black Rose Idea is brilliant. There's some live performances that we got to watch. Yeah, but they're really interesting melodies, and again, it's I can understand why people have described Taemin as an artist, because if he helps, I'm not too sure how much he helps with the composing or anything like that, but it's just whoever created them, they're just amazing.
Yeah.
But Taemin gets very involved with what songs he picks. Obviously for him, he's got a few albums out, so this is from his album Move from 2017, and he has specifically said that this song, and again it's all open to interpretation, but the song itself is it's almost like that energy that you get when you want to be with someone, and it's gender neutral, which I really like about it, and it's talking about how it's almost like he's saying like your outfit is perfect, your makeup is perfect, but it could get smudged and I don't care, and it's basically like about looking deeper, looking like you're attracted to the soul rather than the veneer that we all put on. And it's just really, it's very sensual, and in that way it's actually quite unexpectedly sexy. So...
But Taemin being sexy isn't unexpected.
No.
It's a running theme.
But it's almost like he just doesn't even like try that hard, but it's...
One of those.
You know, like in an obvious way. But you're like, damn. And so something Taemin said about it, which I think only emphasises that feeling of that song, is... He has said that, and a reason I think that the song itself is gender neutral and very open is he has said that he is challenging gender norms within K-pop, and he said that he himself has a dancer's body which is neither very masculine or very feminine, and his lines, so in dancers they talk a lot about the lines that you can create with your body. He has said that he's quite neutral and androgynous in a way, and he wanted to emphasise that so that people get out of the mindset of having to put you in a box, and in actual fact just...
I like that.
You know what I mean? And so he's breaking gender norms as well, and it's to do that in such a sensual way is very sensual, very sexy, and I love it. I think it's a really very artistic thing to do, and very bold as well. He has spoken about he wanted to do it. It was questioned basically now, like with back in 2017 they were saying that K-pop obviously is getting more and more attention on the global stage, and they've got this huge popularity, and is he not worried about taking such a risk? And he said no, he thinks it's the perfect time to do it because of the global stage and attention they're getting, and he has acknowledged that the fame that comes with and the popularity that comes with his career for him as an artist is like a bubble. It's only temporary and it will burst any time. He said so if it bursts because of something that he has experimented with and it doesn't go his way, it's almost like he's like, I can live with that because I can respect myself more, rather than holding on to fame and playing it safe because that's what people want. And he said he wouldn't be being true to himself as an artist if he didn't take those risks and want to challenge and put out those messages that he wants. And I was just like, respect.
That's the difference, isn't it, with an artist? It's like, I've got something to say, I've got something to let out.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll watch the main MV. Move actually has 3 different MVs. And it was choreographed by a Japanese choreographer, and she features in all of them, I think, but she is in one of them with Taemin, and it's really, really good. I love it because again she the clothing, everything styled and whatnot is leaning into that neutral gender fluidity. And actually, this is a good one that we don't watch with Erin because there are masks in this.
Oh, okay.
They're not scary in my opinion, but Erin doesn't like any masks. That's fine. But he also talks about he wanted them to wear the masks because of that popularity being fleeting, and it should be more about your insides than your outside, and beauty is only temporary. And so he wanted to have his backup dancers in masks because he wants to show obviously the beauty of what they deliver rather than their
physical
kind of thing, like their spirit and what they're delivering and how they make you feel is more important. And so he was talking about like beauty on the inside is more important than the fleeting beauty we have on the outside that we're all looking for such acceptance, and just let that go. So yeah, there's just so many things in it. It's so loaded, but really good. But on the base of it, even just a really good song. When it comes on the list, you're just like,
I was gonna say, he doesn't ever do anything that's just no meaning. It's just fun.
It just felt like it.
Yeah, he's just got something deeper.
Yeah, and that's what I think is so interesting about him as a person, and I think that's why within the K-pop industry he has a lot of respect. Even for being how young as he is, since he was young. And again, because he started, his strength was in like popping and locking and street dance, and then he moved into more modern dance. And when you look at this video, you would never know that he did not start with a strength in modern dance, because you're just like, wow. So again, he challenged himself and went into that, and just so good. I can definitely see why so many people respect him as an artist.
Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. What should we ask in the comments?
If I missed anything, please let us know. What's your favourite Taemin Therodo?
We've already asked that.
Or live performance. I know there's a live performance of Idea.
That's a very different look from what I've seen.
I mean, the camera goes on his eyes, like he looks stunning.
We know I like rain.
See, his top says take a small bite.
Yep.
Do you see how it's sexy?
Yeah. Because it's not like crazy choreo. It's very.
It's very sensual, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. That's the choreographer, the Japanese lady.
Yeah. It's cool to have her in it.
Yeah. Loving that bass in there.
Having no subs though, I think if we hadn't had a conversation before, I wouldn't know what it was about at all.
That's why I wanted to explain it as well, because I think it adds to the sensuality of it. Because you can imagine, like he's saying, like, let go of those inhibitions of the veneer of all the beauty on the outside, that, you know, and just go with your inner feelings. I think that's
He's just so much skin in
He's a
K-pop.
beautiful man. And his dancers look amazing. That was a very similar move to what he did in Advice. Did you see that when he had his hands out?
No.
I know, I'm done.
Do you know what? I don't know about that one.
It grows on you.
Yeah, I can see
when you have the tune, and again,
Yeah.
I've had it where I'm like getting ready or something, and it's like, and I'm like, oh, this is sexy, and it's just it grows on you.
Because it's not a song that either hits you emotionally or just comes out and bam.
Yeah.
It's more of a, okay.
Yeah, it's a very
Yeah.
sensual little earworm. It'll weed its way in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I promise. But yeah,
He's got a lovely physique.
he has.
As in,
He's
like,
a beautiful man.
He's very toned and muscular, but very lean as well. Do you know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah, and that's what I liked, the fact that he said that. He was
It
like,
looks very natural.
his body could be quite androgynous because he said like he's got a dancer's body, which is more about his lines, and he was using those.
Yeah.
And that was what the choreographer tried to do with those movements. And I just, that was
But
really
I
good.
mean, it looks very natural. Not like
Yes,
he's someone who
yes.
spends hours in the gym or anything like
He
that.
just looks
It's
very fit and healthy.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
angular facially in this one.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I knew it with the gold shirt. I knew it'd hit you.
I wasn't
Hits us
expecting
all.
to see so much.
But do you know what I mean? Again, I love that because compared to Western standards, he just, when he was with that V-neck and that, he just looked so stunning. That's what hits you. It wasn't because he was necessarily revealing so much, which this is a bit more revealing for what we're used to in K-pop. But again, compared to Western,
No, it's not.
but do you see how that
Yeah.
still affects us? Because it
Yeah.
is so effective, and you're like, oh my goodness. And so I think that just adds to that sensuality of it.
Yeah.
But that's I think that's a compliment to them when they don't even need to show much, and we're like, oh my goodness.
What was I going to say? I thought of something, but it's gone. I liked the choreo was very minimalistic in a way. It was small movements, slower movements.
Very precise. You get to see more in the performance videos. We can watch those now if you want. But you get to see more in the performance videos of what they're doing. But nothing is really like big movements.
Yeah.
Which in a way, I wonder if that was on purpose to like kind of draw you in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because if it's big and you kind of, I don't know, emotionally kind of step back and you're like, oh, because I can see it. But where everything was so sensual and precise and smaller, it kind of draws you in.
It's another one of those songs. I can't remember what other song we said it on. I don't think it was Taemin. Where songs are normally, they build to the big ending with the bigger notes and stuff like that. This was another one where it's kind of the same all the way through, that it just keeps you there. Mesmerising. It just keeps you there. And then when it ends, you're like, huh? What just happened?
Yeah.
Hypnotising, it's like you suddenly go to the end and go,
yeah.
huh?
Do you know what I can imagine? The scene I have in my head for that song and that feeling and the vibe that I think it's trying to give is, I can imagine him or someone, the main protagonist of this MV, meeting someone across the dance floor, meeting their eyes in a club. So it's all misty and it's dark. And do you know what I mean? It's like everyone's like dressed up and they want to... But he's basically saying, he's like, I don't care. Like, let your perfect makeup get smudged and whatnot. And it's a little bit raw animalistic, like that kind of attraction, and it's kind of like and they're like drawn to each other, and in that way very sexy. That's kind of what I had in my head. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but that's what I had in my head.
You sound like you're talking from experience, Jodie.
I wish Taemin, if you wish to do some field research.
Well, no, you stick with me now. Okay.
But you know what, on you and Junkin. And then
Key and
Taemin on my ruckus.
That's okay for me. It's Key and Taemin.
Key and Taemin on my ruckus. That's fine.
I liked the contacts. Normally I don't
with the colour hair and the rain and the like the grey blue wash that it had in some of those scenes. It went really well.
He's very good with his styling at looking like a completely different person.
Well, Kat said that, didn't she? When we watched Your Number by Shiny, them as the group, Kat even said, "Is that Taemin from Advice?" And we were like, "Yeah." And she was like, "That is not the same man." So it is. Yeah. It's and I love that. And I think I said that to you before, wasn't it? When we were first showing you K-pop, it's like the changes of hair and outfits and everything and the concepts. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And I love that because I think it's so exciting. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. It keeps you intrigued. And again, their journey as artists are always evolving and changing, and I think that's really cool.
I know what I was going to say. The MV and the styling of him and dancers and everything, other than maybe that gold outfit, everything was very kind of subdued. It looked good, but there were no crazy outfits, nothing brightly coloured. I say other than that one gold outfit, it was all very, subdued. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's really interesting you say that. What if that one colourful scene where he was obviously all very glamorous, what if that was to, and they were wearing the masks, weren't they? What if that was to represent the effort that we put into ourselves with our makeup and everything, whereas the rest of it, he's saying the sensuality is actually the base of us in our soul rather than what we put on the surface.
Subduing the physical.
Yeah, as in it can still be there, and this is what we do when we dress up the surface, but actually you don't need all of that because the rain and maybe even the rain could be representation of washing it all away. Do you know what I mean? And the sensuality is actually underneath, and no matter what you do on the veneer, on the outside, or the makeup and the pretty outfits or whatever, it's what's underneath. It's actually the really primal kind of sensuality
and
of it.
it shows you what the mood of a song can do. Because there was a lot of rain in that. And I didn't get overexcited at all.
I know.
I liked it, but I wasn't like, ooh, like I have been.
But that one will grow. Do you remember I played
So the vibe of the song can really affect how you take that in.
For sure.
Because look at what happened when they turned on a sprinkler and Dance, Dance, Dance.
That's what I mean. That was more in your face sexy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was hot.
And the song was up.
It was
so
hot, yeah. Whereas that's what I mean. I described that as sensual. It was very sexy, but very sensual.
I'm not sure what playlist I would put it on though.
Do you remember we were getting ready for one of the BTS club nights and I played you a song by Jonghyun called Moon, and I was like, this is so sexy. And he sings all about I'll take you to the moon, and I was like, we know what he's thinking about. It's very similar to that. It's like it was sort of one that you have on the playlist, and when you're getting ready and it's on, it will suddenly hit you how sexy this song is, and you'll be like, oh, and so it will grow on you that way.
House of Cards was that for me.
Yes, very
Where
much.
That had been built up so much, it didn't have the effect when we did the reaction. But it's only when it's on at another time. You go into a little daydream, you're like, wait, why am I? Oh, that's why. So that was Taemin Move.
It will grow on you, I promise. Like, yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying it won't. I'm open to it.
It'll come on while I'm driving, and my imagination starts
It's one of those things that I haven't yet found through the K-pop stuff we've done a song that I don't like. I found ones that I'm like, okay, that didn't hit.
And
I'll come back to it.
They grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that one's one that I'd need to explore further.
Yeah, it did for me. And now when I hear it, like I say, I'm like, whoa.
Maybe a live in-person performance
would help.
Man,
I concur. Yep.
Okay, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.